his job was to keep inventions. How many inventions did he have?
One of my favorite subjects.
There were a lot. Remember, I was a working GM. I had these awards. His patents were on the GM. Romeo.
Do you want me to read it to you? It says, Dear Carm, for a host of personal reasons, I cannot make your 90th birthday celebration. Beth and I do want to wish you a happy birthday. I know you will be surrounded by family, children, and grandchildren. I am sure that they and others will make your birthday party a wonderful day. I did want to write a bit about Frank and my love for him and his. It is easy to say that Frank was a happy, intelligent, loyal, and sincere person. He was all those things, but to me he was a great deal more. Frank was a great teacher and a highly intelligent person. I worked for him for almost 8 years, and much of my success is due to his mentoring. Frank knew people. He could handle people from all walks of life, those rich and those very poor. He knew and understood the ethnic background of people. He knew what made people tick. This was all natural to him. I learned a great deal by watching him deal with the many people that came into Duncan Paint Store. I think that his learning experience and this understanding of how to talk to people, both educated and non-educated, contributed a great deal to my success. He taught me that poor people, uneducated people, were smart and possessed something that many rich and successful people did not possess. That is common sense. When I got out of law school, I started to work for one of those older firms in Michigan. They represented doctors and hospitals in malpractice actions. This practice became my specialty. I tried numerous lawsuits from front of jurors picked from people all over the state. Some of these people were wealthy, some of them were well-educated, some were poor, some not so educated. Some were very ethnic, some less so, but because of Frank, I knew how to talk to them better than most of my adversaries did. His tutoring and education made me a highly effective trial lawyer. These same skills carried over when I was on the federal court. Over the 8 years that I worked for Frank, I talked to him many times about what I should do with my life. He also always had the correct advice. Frank made a living and supported his family from a small paint store in a changing community. He did that with ambition and intelligence. Frank did not have a formal education, but he had a lot of vision. He was an exceptional person. I also know Frank was extremely proud of his family. He loved you a great deal, Carm, and he talked about you all the time. I don't think I would have been so successful without Frank, and I know Frank would not have been so successful and happy without you. No question, you were the love of his life. I mentioned Frank so much in this letter because he is my connection with you. I also know that you celebrate your birthday and reflect on your life. Many of your thoughts will be on Frank. Frank was in all of our lives too briefly, but I know while you had with him, you were happy, and he gave you a great deal of satisfaction with the family and that the two of you have created. Enjoy your birthday and know comfortably that you have led an exceeding meaningful life as you look at your family. I will be thinking of you, and I will be asking God to bless you and your family.
Oh, God. You know who he's talking about? Who that is? Victor Henrik was an employee of my dad's. My dad encouraged him. He wanted to go to law school. My dad encouraged it. He had a very bad family upbringing, and so my father was a father figure to him. He went on to be a lawyer, and from there he became a judge. became a federal court judge, and now he went on to the Court of Appeals. Federal Court of Appeals, he's the head. What they call the lead judge, what they call that?
Chief Justice?
Chief Justice, not the Supreme Court, but Superior. He's the Chief Judge. He's of the Superior Court, not Supreme, but Superior Court. Yeah, when I last spoke to him, initially he was, President Reagan put him on the federal court, and he was waiting for Congress to vote him in. And finally it was President Bush that had put him onto the superior level. So he owes a lot of his success to my dad. So he's a very, very good man, very successful.
I'll say it.
Oh, yeah, he left his foot.
Yes, yeah, I like that.
And then,
Sorry, did I make you cry?
I told you, Mom, don't do that.
You sounded like one of those narrators on Oprah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, Edwina.
I'm not reading it.
She was only 3 years old.
Handwriting.
She has terrible handwriting.
Where does she live now? Her daughter must live. She lived next door
Wrote
to
that
me.
with the time after.
She is in Hill Hills.
We were talking about it. This is her daughter?
I don't know, I gotta see.
We were talking about it today.
It says, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day, your vacation. I'm sorry. Enjoy your day. My mom is so fortunate to have you as a lifelong friend. I think so. Edwina's daughter.
Okay, stop it and start it again because you don't have the files that large. So you can't download it to YouTube.